Hello, everyone. Anita Sandoval here, welcoming you on day 4 of my OMST journey. Today's exploration dives into an aspect that many of us resonate with: dissociation and fogginess. And of course, the answer to the daily question, did I have any dreams? The answer is yes. I did have 2 dreams, and what I tend to do is I put the phone next to me so that whenever I do wake up from a dream, I right away write it in my notes app, which is a good thing that I do because by the time I wake up to get ready to go do my day-to-day activities, I forget what I dreamt about. So when I look at the notes, I then go, oh, wow, I dreamt that. Okay, let me figure out what that meant. The 2 different dreams that I had dreamt about had something to do with the dissociation level I was feeling today. So today, I did have more hip pain on both sides of my hip, very minor headaches, but I did have some fatigue today. Whenever you go through any processing of the memories, especially in EMDR, after the patient leaves from the office, I hear a lot of, I felt emotionally exhausted, I needed to take a nap. Processing the memories from one side of the brain to another, and then from the autonomic nervous system, it takes a toll on the body in itself, not in a bad way. It's healing, it's regenerating. Hence, when we sleep, we feel so much better when we wake up because we allowed our body to heal. And so think of processing your memories a dance. You're working through that pain, but you also need to rest and recover to get the energy to keep processing whatever you have there from the past. I did notice that I had to take a nap, about 20 minutes, and I did take some Advil. That helped my headache. Normally, I may take Advil and I still have the headaches. I did drink a little bit of coffee. I just drink black coffee, no sugar added, to just help my day-to-day activities. By the afternoon, the hip pain was gone, the headache was gone. I was feeling better again, with the exception of the dissociation. There are different types of dissociation, and I did want to mention that we are born with 3 survival skills: dissociation, aversion, and sucking. This is where the babies go so they could drink the milk. These are survival skills in our DNA. So dissociation helps us enable the challenges from day-to-day life so that we can be able to function. We can be able to work and not just stay still and be scared in the fight, flight, freeze. So in order for us to keep going and not stay stuck in the autonomic nervous system, the mind tends to do some mechanisms to take that mind away from the actual situation. Comes in different forms, such as fogginess, things you can't remember, zoned out, numbed out, like your body's disconnected from your head, like you're in a movie, like you're a robot. Sometimes like you're in a dream, like you're on autopilot, just going, feeling numb, not feeling anything in your body. Today, I was feeling fogginess, just forgetful at things, like my water bottle. Couldn't find that thing. And it was right there at the nightstand at the bed when I took my afternoon nap. I just couldn't recall it. And that's okay. What happens is with the OMST, I've been getting different colors, and normally now I'm seeing the dark red, which after consulting with Dr. Barajas had mentioned that it is within the delta waves. So I will discuss that in a bit. However, going back to the dissociation, I knew that my mind had some stuff that it wanted to process, but my body was just too tired. So I took a nap. By the time I woke up, I felt so much regenerated and healed. As much as you mentally want to heal forward, everything comes at its own pace, and that's okay. The mind and body will work together when you allow it, which is why I always recommend doing your resources and calming techniques. Grounding. When it's too much and you're going 100 miles an hour, sometimes the best thing to do is just take a cold shower or take a nap. Other than that, I did notice some pressure from my TMJ on my right side and some ear pressure as well. But that soon went away with the Advil as well. Didn't have to take any muscle relaxers, any more Advil aside from those two. Everything was great. The dissociation level right now seems to be better because I already did the OMST. And in today's session, the bed was facing east to west. And then I made sure to notice how the movement of the light was going, and it was going round, up and down. Well, the bed was moving, but I was seeing the circle go up and down, and it would go from dark red to a light pink. I did notice on the second session, my tongue was feeling a little bit itchy. And so, that's a sensation, that's a sensory from your tongue. I also noticed this time from my left side of the brain, a little bit more pressure. And it wasn't a headache, it's just pressure, if anything, but then it soon went away. So something was happening on my left side of the brain, which I am attributing to processing of the memories, the storage of the negative memories that I had there from way back when, the trauma, going and moving over and processing and just kind of making its way through the nervous system. By the second set, because the first set I was feeling that. I want to say it takes a while in the first set to calm my muscles and the nervous system. So by the time it was the second set, oh man, those memories just started flooding in. And I knew something was there because of the dissociation level. So by the time the body was calm and it felt regenerated from the first set, by the time it was the second set, all the memories came through. And so what I do to process, and again, for those of you that don't know, please seek professional help, because I don't want you just getting those memories and going, oh my gosh, what am I going to do? If it was too much for me, I would seek my therapist as well. Okay. So when I noticed that memory coming up from way back when that was just stressful, I would feel it through my body. You want to feel it through your body sensations. I felt my throat tightening up, and I felt my chest tightening up. So think of a time where you felt so sad and you just felt choked up. That's what I felt. And so memory started coming up. I started feeling it in my body, attaching to it, then saying, you know what? This is not from the present. This is from the past. I feel it, feel it, feel it. And then it would go away. And it would process. And that's okay. And the music was back to its classical music. The red color from the OMST did make me sleepy. So now let's talk about the delta waves. In the OMST therapy sessions, they incorporate the colors that aligns with the deep healing potential of regeneration. It uses the delta brain waves, and the color stimulates that part of the brain to access it. And the delta brain waves are typically associated with the most profound stage of sleep. So let's see how I sleep tonight. I haven't been taking my melatonin. I didn't take it last night or the night before. And I just used a brain tap that also accesses the delta waves. And sometimes I have to take the brain tap and the melatonin. But recently I haven't been using the melatonin whatsoever. When the body goes into deep sleep, the body goes into restoration and regeneration. So can you imagine? Here I am trying to keep myself awake, of course, but the red light is helping regenerating my autonomic nervous system. I'm feeling those muscles just release the tension. I'm feeling the dissociation diminish, getting less and less, so that I can be able to process those emotions, and it allows those emotions and those memories to come in so I could process, and it could relieve itself from the autonomic nervous system, then feeling that sense of relief and peace. Isn't that beautiful? So the red light has the ability to promote relaxation. It creates an environment that not only facilitates the mental and emotional being, but also supports the body's natural regeneration processes. This is where the overlap goes. Together with these elements, it creates a holistic and transformative approach within the OMST experience, and then further promotes my main goal for generational growth. Let's talk about the self-defeating thoughts, intrusive thoughts, programming, as I like to call it. Today's self-intrusive thoughts was less, but I did notice my body feeling a little bit uncomfortable, confused. I think that's where the dissociation came in with the fogginess. because since I'm transitioning from the generational trauma sensations that maybe were left as in resonance and going further into promoting the healing within my body and mind, well, as I mentioned yesterday, my body is stuck going, wait a second, this isn't the sensation I'm used to. And now it's going, what am I going to do? And this is where most people are afraid of, which is the unknown. They don't know what the new normal is going to be or the new person is going to bring. Visualizing, how would a healed person think? How would a healed person feel? How would a healed person be behaving? Then feeling those sensations in the body, within your heart, within your mind, and making those connections. Because for the most part, people just want to say, oh, I want to break generational trauma. I don't want to have this trauma. And you're just speaking about trauma, 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 wounds, 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 but not mentioning the healing process. So therefore, the body and the mind is just used to that familiar known of the trauma thoughts, sensations, and behaviors. You're wanting to reteach a habit. The beginning stages of reteaching anything new gets to be uncomfortable. Think of it like driving a car or riding a bike. You have this fear of, am I doing it right? Am I not doing it right? How do I know it's okay? Because the brain still hasn't made the neural pathways to make the connection that this is the new normal. And because it's something that is new, an outsider coming in, think of it as a stranger, it will automatically go, no, danger, stranger, danger. So here you need to reteach it. And this is where the OMST therapy comes in the bed. Whenever there's any sensation that feels uncomfortable or normal, feel it through and go, this is okay. Because this is the generational trauma leaving my body, my mind, my DNA, my heart. And I'm going to now reprocess and instill, how would a healed person feel? How would a healed person be behaving? And envisioning that new normal to the brain, to the mind, to the body, to the heart, so it could feel that new sensation and create the neural pathways for that to become the new familiar known. You can also use the EMDR sessions to work on those. OMST is a supplement to help calm the nervous system so that when you do seek therapy, you're able to instill those positive beliefs, thoughts, sensations easier. If you have any questions, please feel free to email me. Let me know, and I will answer those questions. We'll see how I sleep tonight and if I have any dreams. So stay tuned tomorrow. Until then, stay safe and be well.